we're going to talk about year to maturity. Or sometimes you might say this, YTM, and it's the same thing. I think we already briefly covered year to maturity when we discussed about spot rate. Okay, so if you are dealing with a zero coupon bond, and say that zero coupon bond was issued at time 0 and has a maturity of time t, and the year to maturity is kind of the spot rate of that certain bond. So yeah, it's pretty simple because the bond does not pay any of the coupon, so the changes of the price will reflect it. Will reflect the spot rate. Okay, so sometimes I say the spot rate as an investment return or required return for your investment because because it goes both ways. I discussed that already. You invest in certain bonds and you require that return, and that return will be the spot rate. Okay, so yeah, enough about that. But what about this bond do have coupon, and because the spot rate is changing, so if just the T period, you will have a lot of coupon payment. So how to calculate that? So here comes the good way to calculate yield to maturity is to use the calculator. Okay, so if you have I think maybe the financial calculator will have n. This is a period that you will receive, and got the present value, got the payments, got the future value. You got the calculation of interest yearly, of course. So you can use a calculator to do that. But we can also use Excel to calculate that. So using our previous example, we got the spot rate curve, we got a term structure of the spot rate, we got that bond, we got the cash flow, and we calculate the price right now. So we can use rate to calculate it. So rate and per is the amounts of period that you have, and the PMT payments will be the cash flow. The present value will be the price right now, and the future value will be the face value. Okay, the type will be 0 or 1. 0 means at the end of the period you'll receive each of the coupons. 1 is that you'll receive the coupon at the beginning of the period. And in this case, I'm going to just go with 1, or with 0, and the guess is just your guess. I'm going to leave it blank. Okay, and if you use that and you enter, you will notice that it will give you error, because it can be pretty confusing for the computer, because the computer thinks that you get this amount of money at the beginning, and you get this amount of money at the end, and you get all this kind of cash flow during all that. So we need to change and adding a minus at the price right now, because from investor point of view, you kind of invest that 783 approximately that amount of money, invest that into that certain amount of bonds. So it's the cash outflow. So what I'm going to do right here is present value is the minus, right? It's the cash outflow, and all this face value, the future value, is the cash inflow. The cash flow, 50, the coupons, will be the inflow. Okay, so if you enter that, you will get the answer, and that will be our YTM, yield to maturity. And it's pretty amazing if you think about it. This amount is kind of the average, or sort of a weighted average of the spot rate, okay? Because you got 3-year spot rate of this amount, and if you think about it, you receive only 50 at the year 1, and at the end of the year 1, of course, and 50 at the end of year 2, and it's 1050 at the end of year 3. That amount at the year 3, at the end of year 3, have a greater weight. So this will have a greater weight. This spot rate will have a greater rate. So it's pretty similar to the 3rd year's spot rate. And of course, it's bigger than the 1st and 2nd year, and less than 3rd year. It's kind of a in between. So it's a weighted average. That's how I memorize it. The YTM, the yield to maturity, is like the weighted average of the spot rate. Okay, so and of course it kind of just tilted to the final payment, because at the end of the year, most of the time they will pay principal, and principal is a huge amount when you compare that to everyday cash flow. Okay, so yeah, that's how to calculate yield to maturity of bonds.